India, at the time of legend, there lived a king with many wives, but not one child.
Morning and evening for 18 years, he faced the fire on the secret altar and prayed for the gift of children.
Finally, a shining goddess rose from the flames.
I am Savitri, child of the sun, and by your prayers you have won a daughter.
Within a year, a child came to the king and his favorite wife. He named her Savitri after the goddess.
Beauty and intelligence were the princesses Savitri's, and Isaac shone like the sun. So splendid was she, people thought herself as a goddess.
Yet when the times came for her to marry, no man asked for her. Her father told her,
Weak men, turn away from radiance like yours. Go out and find a man worthy of you. Then I will arrange the marriage.
Yes, father. In the company of servants and counselors, Savitri traveled from place to place.
After many days, she came upon a hermitage by a river crossing. Here lived many who had left the towns and cities for the life of prayer instead.
Savitri entered the hall of worship and bowed to the eldest teacher. As he spoke, a young man with shining eyes came into the hall. He got to know the man old and wise.
Who is that man? That is Prince Satyavan. He guides his father, a king whose realm was conquered. It is well that Satyavan's name means son of truth, for no man is richer in virtue.
When Savitri returned home, she found her father with a holy hearer called Narada.
Daughter, have you found the man you wish to marry?
Yes, father. His name is Satyavan.
Not Satyavan, princess! No man can live with me! But you must not marry him! I know the future! Satyavan will die 1 year from today!
I know you love him, but you must find someone to grow old with. For your sake, choose a different husband.
Savitri trembled, but said,
I have chosen Satyavan, and I will not choose another. However long or short his life, I wish to share it.
Soon the king went with Savitri to arrange the marriage. Satyavan was overjoyed to be offered such a bride, but his father, the blind king, asked Savitri,
Will you bear the hard life of the hermitage? Will you wear our simple robe and our coat of matted bark? Will you eat only fruit and plants of the wild?
I care nothing about comfort or hardship. In palace or in hermitage, I am content.
That very day, Savitri and Satyavan walked hand in hand around sacred fire in the hall of worship.
and told them all the priests and hermits they became husband and wife. For a year they lived happily, but Savitri could never forget that Satyavan's death drew close.
Finally, only 3 days remained. Savitri entered the hall of worship and faced the sacred fire. There she prayed for 3 days and nights, not eating or sleeping.
My love, prayer and fasting are good, but why be this hard on yourself?
Savitri gave no answer. The sun was just rising when Savitri at last left the hall. She saw Satyavan heading for the forest, an axe on his shoulder.
I will come with
Savitri
you.
rushed to his side.
I will come with you.
Stay here, my love. You should eat and rest.
But my heart is set on going.
Hand in hand, Savitri and Satyavan walked over wooded hills. They smelled blossoms on flowering trees and paused beside the clear streams. The cries of peacocks echoed through the woods. While Savitri rested, Satyavan chopped firewood from a fallen tree. Suddenly, he dropped his axe.
My head aches.
Savitri rushed to him. She set him down in the shade of a tree.
My body is burning. What is wrong with me?
Satyavan's eyes closed. His breathing stopped. Savitri looked up.
Coming through the woods to meet them was a princely man. He shone through his skin was darker than the darkest night. His eyes and his robe were the red of blood.
Savitri trembled.
Who are you?
Princess, you see only by the power of your prayer and fasting. I am Yama, the god of death. Now the powerless to take the spirit of Satyavan.
Yama took a small noose and passed it through Satyavan's breast, as if through air. He drew out a tiny likeness of Satyavan, no bigger than a thumb. Satyavan's breathing stopped.
Happiness awaits your husband in my kingdom. Satyavan is a man of great virtue. His wife will kill him.
Yama placed the likeness inside his robe. Then he turned and headed south, back to his domain.
Savitri rose and started after him. Yama strode smoothly and swiftly through the woods, while Savitri struggled to keep up. Finally, Yama turned to face her.
Savitri, you cannot follow me to the land of the dead.
Lord Yama, I know it is your duty to take my husband, but it is my duty as his wife to stay beside him.
Princess, that duty is at an end. Still, I admire your loyalty. I will grant you a favor. Anything with the life of your husband.
Restore my father-in-law's kingdom in sight.
His sight and kingdom shall be restored.
Yama again headed south.
Savitri followed. Along a riverbank, thorns and tall sharp grass let Yama pass untouched, but they tore at Savitri's clothes and skin.
Savitri, you have come far enough.
I know happiness awaits my husband in your kingdom, but you take away the happiness that is mine.
Princess, even love must bend to fate. Still, I admire your devotion. I'll grant you a favor. Anything with the life of your husband.
Please grant many more children to my father.
Your father shall have many more children.
Yama once more returned south.
Again, Savitri followed. Up a steep hill, Yama glided, while Savitri clambered after. At the top, Yama halted.
Savitri, I forbid you to come farther.
Lord Yama, you are respected and revered by all. Yet no matter what may come, I will remain by Satyavan.
Princess, I tell you for the last time, you will not. Still, I can only admire your courage and your firmness. I'll grant you one last favor. Anything with the life of your husband.
Then grant many more children to me, and let them be the children of Satyavan.
Yama's eyes grew wide as he stared at Savitri.
Princess, you do not ask your husband's life. They cannot grant your wish without releasing him. Princess, your wish is strong as your will.
Yama took out the spirit of Satyavan and removed the news. The spirit flew north, quickly vanished from sight.
Return to Savitri, you've won your husband's life.
The sun was just setting when Savitri made her way back to Satyavan.
His chest rose and fell.
His eyes opened.
Is the day already gone? I have slept long. But what is wrong, my love? You smile and cry at the same time.
My love, let us return home.
As the hall of worship came into view, King and Lady read and said,
I can truly see now that you are the right wife for my son. I'm happy you two are together. I was wrong. This should be yours.
Yama was true to all he had promised.
Savitri's father became father to many more.
Satyavan's father gained both sight and kingdom. In time, Satyavan became queen, and Savitri his queen.
They lived long and happily, blessed with many children.
So they had no fear or tears when Yama came again to bring them to his kingdom.
We're leaving. Had too much fun.